Good morning, I'm Tracy Sinclair, jumping on to do a brief weather update. You know, sometimes when we're doing our newscasts, it's tough to get everything in that we want to cover, and I really felt like this morning I hadn't gotten a chance to cover some parts of the state that I really wanted to make sure got some attention, because we are seeing some really dangerous conditions in terms of wind chill and really, really cold conditions across parts of Alaska. So jumping on here onto our streaming platform so that we can get some of that done. Also on Facebook and on YouTube, so we can get some little bit of extra weather coverage for you. We are going to start with some current conditions around the South Central area, and overall we are expecting to see snow consistently come through. Is that what I wanted? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Sorry, I'm switching between weather computers. There's where we go. It is 12 degrees here in the Anchorage area, and as you can see, we are still seeing that snow coming down. We've already had at least 2 inches in the Anchorage area, 14 degrees in Palmer and in Talkeetna, and around the Eagle River area, you're at 12 as well. And just look at the snow on the highways. You know, it looks like it has been cleared a bit, but you can also see a pretty good line of traffic coming into the Anchorage area. It is a first alert weather day for the South Central region, and that is because that snow is going to continue. It's going to continue through tonight. We have a good possibility of seeing 4 to 8 inches of snow overall. Now, as I said, we've already seen at least 2 in the Anchorage area, and that was as of 3 o'clock. So there's probably at least an additional inch out there. So that snow is coming down. This isn't only for Anchorage, of course, it is for South Central. We're talking Kenai, Seward, excuse me, areas around Whittier. You're seeing more of a mix of rain and snow, and then into the valley as well. And then, so those are our first alert areas for today. It is officially, well, not officially yet, but based on the snow that we've already gotten today, it will be the snowiest January on record. Let's take a look at what we're seeing over the next couple of days. So I want you to notice that down in the southern portion of the state, we have those clouds, we've got that snow in the purple and white, green, you're seeing rain, and then you get to the west and northern areas of the state, and it is clear. I'm assuming it's beautiful. I've been in some of those areas when the sun is shining, and it is amazing. Shirley Thompson's asking 2 inches since when? Since midnight, Shirley. We've had 2 inches, at least 2 inches in the Anchorage area, officially out at the airport. So that's how I know we've pushed over into the snowiest January. Rob Lewis, is school canceled? There's been no word, no, that they would be canceling school at this point that we have received. So we are looking at clear skies to the west and to the north, clear skies, cold temperatures, and in some cases some quite strong winds, looking at some dangerous wind chills. So over the next couple of days, we're going to consistently see that snow, at least through today, around Anchorage, the valleys, onto the Kenai Peninsula till about 9 o'clock tonight. Then we start to see this next system wrap around. So Juneau southeast, this means we're going to see rain into the Panhandle today. But you see what these systems are doing? They're swinging through southeast, and then they are moving north into the North Gulf Coast, and they're going to move into coastal areas. Once we get done with today, Anchorage has a slight chance that we could see kind of a mixture of rain and snow tomorrow, but overall this is going to be impacting the coast. Areas around Seward, Whittier, Cordova, Valdez. This is going to push you into rain, and that rain is expected to stick around through the rest of the week. Areas of southeast also looking at consistent rain throughout the southeast. Now you do get pauses between systems, but they don't last for long. You can see, there we go, Thursday evening we get a bit of a break, and then that next system moves in to the southern portion. So looking at our forecast across the state, we'll go through our regions and check out these different zones. Southeast Alaska, not only are you seeing that rain coming through, but some areas are seeing some quite strong winds gusting to 40 miles per hour around Ketchikan, also into the Yakutat area, 50 mile per hour gusts possible around Skagway. So seeing rain and strong winds. Juneau, it is more rain than anything else, with your temperatures today at 43. Upper elevations, of course, we'll be seeing that as snow. Now into the interior, temperatures today Warmer in some places. Delta Junction expected to be above that 0 mark, but we are likely to see at least a little bit of snow. Fairbanks, maybe an inch, 1.2 inches of snow expected for today. Healy also looking at some snow showers coming in this afternoon, but temperatures warming up over the next couple of days so that we will be above that 0 mark starting tomorrow. Fairbanks, for your highs at least, not your overnight lows, but your daytime highs will also be above that freezing mark. So that is some good news as we move into later in the week. Moving to the north, this is when we are dealing with those extreme temperatures and strong winds dropping that temperature, that wind chill down. So we do have extreme cold warnings. That's that area in blue. Extreme cold warnings. We are expecting to see wind chills near 55 below around Wainwright, 55 below around Utqiagvik, 60 below possible around Deadhorse. Those are your wind chills. Little milder at Anativik Pass with your winds to 15 miles per hour, but still you're looking at ambient air temperatures to 28 below. So that is just going to be cold. But with those already cold temperatures, and then you put in those very strong winds, that is when you see those dangerous wind chills come in. Please take care and dress for the wind chill. That is the temperature that you need to be concerned with. Across the west portion of the state, we're seeing some sunshine coming through, but also some very cold, extreme cold advisory down around the Bethel area and parts of the Kuskokwim Valley. And we're also seeing those wind chills. That would be around the Bethel area, very cold. You're looking at winds out of the north to 20 miles per hour when you're already dealing with temperatures that are staying below 0. Could see some bits of sunshine today around Kotzebue. You also looking at wind chills near minus 40, minus 45 for Gamble for your wind chill, and Fort Yukon, I didn't cover that as we moved through earlier, also looking at a wind chill near 45 below. So partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies across the western area of the state, but that is when we're dealing with those very, very cold temperatures, and you're also looking at some wind. So you are looking at wind chills once again getting down to the level that you definitely need to be concerned about. 45 below is something that you certainly don't want to take lightly. Out toward the Aleutian Islands, Alaska Peninsula, Pribilof Islands, temperatures on the mild side. Adak, you're into the upper 30s, but still seeing those winds to about 30 miles per hour. On Alaska, 35 with some mostly cloudy skies. Could see a little bit of snow this afternoon around the St. Paul area. Just kind of be prepared for that, and those winds to 35 miles per hour. Looking around the South Central area, we've been talking about it all morning. It is snow. We are looking for that snow to continue on the Kenai Peninsula, areas around Seward, Soldotna, Kenai, Homer. Kodiak, you're actually left out of this. You're looking at temperatures into the low 30s, but we're not really expecting to see any snow come through your area. Temperatures not cooling off a lot overnight. Check it out. Kenai, pretty consistent. You're going to stay about where you end the day. Same with Soldotna. Some places might even continue to warm up overnight as that next system moves through. And that's when we're going to see some rain in the coastal areas. You see all of that purple. Those are areas that are under winter weather advisories. Most of those are expected to expire tonight at about 9 o'clock. In some of the areas, like we'll see those expire about 5, but pretty much the region is expecting those to stay until about 9 tonight, with this heaviest snow coming in by the afternoon. Little mixture of rain and snow for you around the Cordova area, with your highs into the mid 30s, and then Gulkana warming up all the way to 16 degrees. Into the valleys, well, it is snow and temperatures into the mild side. This is again pointing out that we are not expecting it to cool off a lot overnight tonight, indicating we're going to see some warmer temperatures coming through over the next couple of days. Our highs into the mid 20s today around Palmer and Wasilla, and then overnight lows still staying pretty close to that, to about 20 degrees. Now for Anchorage, we're looking for a high of 22, and not cooling off a lot. In fact, some places across town could see those temperatures stay the same and even continue to warm up as we move through the overnight hours. We've got a temperature change on our way. Let's talk a little bit about a temperature change into the interior, and that is around Fairbanks. You are expecting single digits to come through. above zero, single digits above zero. Today, though, a high of only about 6 below for your daytime highs, overnight lows -9. Then when we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we are going to be above zero during the day. Overnight lows still typically dropping down below zero, but still warming up above zero during the day. That's got to feel nice. And those mostly clear skies coming through on Wednesday. Partly cloudy to partly sunny skies for much of the rest of the week, so expect to see some nice sunny breaks in your area. So, as I said, we have now hit the snowiest January on record for the Anchorage area, 34.6 degrees, and this was as of 3 this morning. And that snow has just continued to come down. I'm expecting, actually while I'm talking to you, I'm going to see if I can look out the window and see how much snow is on my car. Yeah, I would say there's probably another inch of snow on my car from when I came in, and I came in at about 4:30. So yeah, we've probably seen at least another inch or close to that since that 3 o'clock mark. 34.6 inches. So this is going to well establish the 2026 January as the snowiest on record. So a lot of snow out there. Some of us will definitely be shoveling at least later today. So we do have a first alert weather day for all of South Central due to this snow. Again, 4 to 8 inches possible in most areas, with parts of the mountain passes like Turnagain Pass could see 6 to 12 inches of snow. So it's another day that if you don't have to travel through the mountain passes, it's probably best if you don't. And if you can stay out of them, they are going to see some heavy snow into those mountain passes. Highs today for the Anchorage area to about 22 degrees, overnight lows near 20. And then maybe a chance as that next system swings through, that next front comes through and hits the southern coastal areas of South Central. Some of that might make it over the mountains, and we could see a mixture of rain and snow on Wednesday in the Anchorage area. I'm putting that as kind of a chance. I don't think it's pretty definite, but then when we get to Thursday, we are looking at those mostly cloudy skies for Thursday and Friday, and you see our highs getting right near that freezing mark. I'm not a big fan. Prefer it to be either above or below. Right when it gets to that hovering area, we start to see some melting and things get pretty slick out there, and we just really don't want that. I've already had one fall this year. I don't want another. I'm pretty much done with falling. So we are looking at some sunshine though as we head into the weekend, at least some good sunny breaks. Temperatures into the upper 20s for the Anchorage area. So basically we've got snow in South Central. Southeast, you've got the rain, and you're going to see rain band after rain band after rain band over the next at least 3 to 4 days. A lot of that is going to spin around and move into South Central as well. Southwest, Western Alaska, Northern Alaska, it's the cold. Not only the cold, but the wind. In Northern Alaska, you are seeing those strong winds with those below zero temperatures and putting those wind chills into that dangerous category where you're seeing wind chills down to 60 below around Dead Horse, -55 for Utqiagvik, and also for Wainwright. So just kind of be extra cautious over the next couple of days as we deal with all this strong winds coming through and those clear skies, cold temperatures. We know what it's like. This is Alaska in the winter, I understand, but once you're starting to talk about wind chills near the -40 and colder range, you really want to be out there taking extra precautions and being extra safe. Thank you so much for joining us here on Alaska's News Source, and of course we will keep you updated all day long on our website, on our new news app, on our weather app. Follow along. We'll keep you up to date. We'll let you know what's happening in your area of Alaska.